Hi, welcome to Soulful, and today we're talking about what love got to do with it. Stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome to Soulful.
So I know we're normally like, it's us, but it's like, no. What's love got to do? Got to
Got
do
to
with
do with
it.
it.
Hey.
Hey, well,
Hey, everybody. Welcome to
yeah,
Soulful.
welcome.
Who them
It's
people we got down
just,
there? Who them
oh
people?
my gosh, y'all, we got one of our favorites on today, y'all. Courtney's
Yes.
in the house.
Courtney's in the
Hey,
house.
hey guys, and she brought a special guest with her. Yes, she did.
I can't wait to
Ooh,
like hear. I haven't had a chance to really talk to Courtney Toya, so I don't know everything. Like I want to know the juiciness. Like how did this
we
even? We wouldn't know
we
everything,
need the
Courtney.
details. We need the
Okay.
details.
Y'all did, yes. Well, okay, so I've been given permission. So we usually trade this off.
Okay.
Um, when if he gave the story last time, then I'll give the story. So I was told at the top of this that I can tell the story, but I have to
Yay.
tell it right. Now, y'all, I'm always gonna tell it right. But
Yes.
we actually met not too long ago. We met in March. We met actually a day after his birthday. Um, at my best friend's at his birthday party. I was doing the cooking. I was making vegan gumbo,
Mm.
We
and
already knew you was in the kitchen. We already
you
knew
know,
that.
see, thank you, because this one claims I was hiding in the kitchen, and I'm like, no, like I wasn't hiding. I was cooking, trying to get things prepared for my friend. So, and we started later than expected. So I was trying to play catch up. Trying to make sure the food was done at the same time and all that good stuff. He had actually come because he had brought someone to the party.
Mhm.
He was bringing a friend of his for a part to be a part of this photo shoot, and so I first of all, I'm in the kitchen, but I heard this voice, and y'all know, see, I'm from Philly, so we have like
Eh.
a certain accent from up top, and I just heard him like introducing himself, and I was like, he sounded like he from up top, and so I was kind of in my little, I was I was feeling it, but
Oh, shoot
I was
now.
like, you know what? I wonder if his voice matches how he sounds, because I didn't want to be disappointed, thinking, he sounds like, he's all like, this sounds like a good looking dude. And then it's like I would get let down. So I didn't want, to be seen that I was kind of trying to check out what he looked like. So
Mm.
I came out of the kitchen, but I came on the opposite side that he was on, so I could just kind of, get a little peek. And I was like, oh, he does, he looks like how he sounds. Like, he looks like up top. Like it sounds, he
Eh.
looks like how he sounds. So I was like, it's cute. Um, but I actually was thinking about him because of that, Toya, because I said his voice, like it just sounds like he would sound like he commanded a room, and it made me
Ooh.
think of immediately of the congressman's kind of right hand guy, that's like, he kind of knows the ins and outs of the streets and that sort of thing. And so that's what I was thinking of, like immediately when I saw him and everything. I was just like, okay, he looks the part, looks good, sounds good. That's what I was thinking. So as the day went on, and I was just kind of, looking at how just, the interactions were, I really didn't have the opportunity to talk with him because he was like, I felt he was giving some attention
I
elsewhere.
was working.
He wasn't. You were not. He wasn't working.
You said that fast. I was working.
No, it was Toya, right? Toya. No, he was not. He was, he was giving attention elsewhere. But I was like, this is not really my thing, because I'm not like I'm like a one-on-one type of person anyway. I don't want to be having to, compete and trying to wedge myself into like conversations here and there. I'm like, okay, if it presents itself, which I was sure it would, I'm just going to, I'll talk with him later, that sort of thing. And it did because he asked everybody's social media at the end. And me being the follow upper I followed up. And at the time, like I didn't follow up thinking, okay, I'm gonna get with this guy. Like I wasn't doing it for that purpose. Things just kind of panned out that way. But he says otherwise. He thinks that I was, as he puts it, lining him up from the get-go. It was not. I don't even play that way. I don't even play that way.
Though, Courtney.
I don't play that way.
Courtney, you're pretty strategic. I'm just gonna say, girl, I know you pretty strategic.
I am.
All right.
I am strategic, but that wasn't my plan when we first. Hey, but listen. So funny thing. So he when I reached out, we were talking, and he was telling me that he had to go back up to New York for a visit, and he was like, what's going on with this cafe? And I was like, well, it's not open yet, but I'm there like almost every day because we're preparing for the opening. And he was like, well, I want to support, I want to come through. And I was like, okay, it's not necessarily open yet, but I'll make a special I'll make a special day for you to come on through. And at the time that he came, I was like kind of talking to somebody, and literally on the day that he came and he just, sat and he was there all day, the guy like messaged me and was like, his ex, he found out that his ex was pregnant with twins. And I was like, well,
That's that.
That's that.
So much for that. I'm not gonna, it's nothing to talk about or what have you. So the opportunity opened up literally when he came that day. So
That's so cool.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Yes.
That's right.
He be orchestrating some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lord.
Always
Yeah.
moving things around, right?
What's up?
Always moving things around. So, and this is so beautiful, Toya, because we've been friends for a minute. So
So I've gotten to see the journey a little bit. So
you got to see the journey.
and it's amazing. I'm witnessing this with another friend. Like things can happen really rapidly, and it's just because everybody's ready. Let's go.
And just remaining faithful, and just continuing the like you said, just trusting the process.
Yeah.
Because he was not planned. It was not, it's just the way it all happened. I wouldn't have thought that it would have happened that way. I really wouldn't have. So
this is beautiful.
That's encouraging. Thank you, ma'am.
Is it Toya? Is it encouraging to you, Toya?
It's encouraging.
Yeah, because this is like what? This is 9 years coming. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. You and I met right before I got divorced.
Yeah. Super cool.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit, Toya. Let's backtrack because that was a beautiful, beautiful love story. We needed that. That was a way to open up this show. I love that.
Wonderful opening. Yeah.
So let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about some things that we are working on.
What you working on, Toya?
What you working on? Y'all know me. If y'all are here every week, I am doing what I do. And so the client that I have, we are making progress, y'all. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Good to progress. And things are kind of smoothing out. They really are smoothing out. So soon I will be able to dip back into all of my festivities that I like doing with Go Giga. So that's going to be fun. Yes.
And can we just say, I guess we can't really talk about a lot of your client issues in probably 10 years from now. Maybe that's when it's appropriate to talk about it. But let me just say, the virtual assistant suites are exciting. I can't say, but she has exciting things going on her clients that you just didn't think would happen. And when you just sitting at the desk, you get phone calls where you got to come in and save the day for these clients.
Save the day for the client on the spot.
Not just in business, in life. You say their lives. She is a lifesaver. So whoever thought virtual assistant biz stuff was boring, no ma'am, no sir.
You just got the wrong client.
You got the wrong client. So I can't wait till we can tell these stories, and it's
Oh
okay.
yeah, these are gonna be blockbuster hits when that's it.
Yes, yes, yes. You need to write a book, actually. So that's awesome. So my day has been very eventful. I wanted to encourage you guys, those who don't have a lot of clients and so forth. Referrals are bountiful when you do good work. I did a show last night, and one of the guests from the show, he was so excited and like how these shows work. And we got a discovery call today, and he's a new client. So I was prepping and getting ready for his show that we're gonna have next week. So that's what I've been working on today. So that's been pretty cool. What about y'all, newlyweds? What y'all been working on?
Ow.
Wow, the main thing that we're working on. Well, we're literally our vows were just last Thursday, so we're fresh back from the honeymoon.
What? Wait a minute. Say that again for the people in the back.
Yes.
Did y'all hear that? She said her vows, honey. Her
So
vows.
yeah, they've been working on each other. That's what they've been working on.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, because actually he doesn't have any biological children, so we're on countdown. His mom is putting us on serious.
You
countdown.
got work to do. Work to do. Keep on working.
Okay. Listen,
We do.
expeditiously, please.
Expeditiously.
Yes.
Yes. So we literally just got back from the honeymoon on Sunday.
Nice.
He literally
Oh
went
my
back to work on
God.
Monday. I'm enjoying the soft life halfway. Tomorrow though, I kick back in. We have Wind Down Wednesday here in East Point, Georgia. Then we have National Night Out. I'll be vending there for my sister Monica. She's organizing a community kickball game and back to school event on Thursday. And then on Friday, the end of the summer trip to the Georgia Aquarium, which I'm really looking forward to on Friday. So yeah, we got a lot coming up this week. Monday and Tuesday, I've been able to kind of halfway, but the rest of the week is going to be really kind of, overdrive. So
Got it.
And you are beaming ear to ear, and I love it.
The glow up.
Yes.
the glow up is real.
The glow
I
up is real. It's
love
realer. It's
Yeah.
always been real, but it's
The glow
realer.
up is definitely real.
Yeah.
Oh, I
awesome,
love it.
awesome.
I'm,
So, guys-
I'm enjoying being back, Mrs. I'm back, a Mrs.
You back a
Boom.
Mrs. That's how I found
That's
you,
what
and
I'm
you
talking
back
about.
a Mrs.
Yes,
That's you've always been a wife. That's your wife material. You know what I'm saying? Isn't
Yeah.
it? Everybody's not wife material, but you are.
Right.
But you always have to
Right.
be. That's just the truth, sis.
I
So
thank you so much. I
That's
thank you
what's
so
up.
much.
so
Thank you
excited.
much.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Enjoying it.
we want to definitely get right into it. What is the name of the call again? The cause?
The
Reparations.
cause is Plantations for Reparations. We
Plantations for Reparations.
abridged that to be P4R. Actually, one of my P4R, that's the website though, but it's just P4R is the initiative because actually one of the trust members, who is also one of the back cast members, he actually came up with that cute little quip so that it can just be hashtagged really easily. Me, I was always like, well, less is more never really appealed to me. I'm like, no, more is fine. What do you mean? Like, no,
More is more. Look.
Be quick and, you catch some minds, and it's been great. So it's worked. So hashtag P4R, and even on TikTok, like it's been, it's over 180,000 views on that particular hashtag.
Nice.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that's amazing.
It definitely gets out there. So
Awesome.
the initiative is to purchase plantations and to turn them into rent-free, debt-free, tax-free housing for descendants of slaves. So
Wow.
our ancestors. And so that's the initiative. We are very close to finalizing some funding to at least get it under contract.
Hey.
We have our first property here in Athens, Georgia.
Yes.
There are about 50,000 still standing plantations, and of those 30,000 are still they're able to be livable right now.
Wow.
They're turnkey properties.
Is there a list, like a plantation list or something? How do you know, or did you have to do the research?
Yeah, I have a database, and actually through the P4R.today, which is the website,
Mhm.
you can go in and if you just tell me what state you're in, I can pull up all the plantations in your state. I think that's one of the biggest, that's one of the biggest kind of miscommunications or misunderstandings about plantations, we tend to think of them as being kind of like relics in history. And we also think of plantations of all being these museums. They're not. A lot of them are still very much exploiting our labor. A lot of them are still very much for-profit entities. And then on top of that, plantations are what government funded because they're historic. And so people are able to literally, and a lot of these plantations are still the original, they're the original families, descendants that owned us as property. And now they're still able to utilize this property, get government funding to do it, and they're able to turn a profit. So our bodies are still being exploited. Our labor is still being exploited, and our legacy is still being buried beneath these grounds.
I think this is a good time to show the spot that you shared with us. Amazing. When we were viewing it before the show, me and Toy, we were just beaming from I don't know if
it was beautiful.
We love it. So I'll play that. And Courtney, if there's any other websites like what you're talking about, please write that in the chat so we can make sure we share those websites. Yeah. So I will. Anything else to prep us for the video, or do you want us to go right into it?
You can go right into it. I would like to just give a big shout out to Mikey Pow. He was the visionary director for this.
Mikey, big up.
He put this together, and we were very pleased with the results. For about a year, I've just been doing things on my phone. And he really, and the complete package is even more impressive than just the
wow.
So I'll make sure that you ladies get a copy of that as well, to share, because with you all being virtual assistants and some big dogs,
you already know we're gonna put it out there for you
in providing some gift contributions and funding. So thank you again for sharing your platform for the initiative.
Thanks for coming. You know how we feel about you, Courtney. You know how we
love us some Courtney, honey.
Thank you. All right, on to the video.
The number one wealth building tool robbed from us: housing. So these handles that were made into this stairway here are were crafted by a 90-year-old convict in the labor convict leasing program. He did these as opposed to being put out in the field as a 90-year-old prisoner of war. So even though his name was not documented nor recorded, his craftsmanship lives on in this property.
With the purchase of this property, our goal is to restore integrity and give credit to those who made it all possible. In its prime, this place housed hundreds of prisoners of war who were condemned to a lifetime of hard manual labor. With these prisoners of war picking this cotton, the owner of this plantation was the first documented farmer to become a millionaire.
Black women and children were not allowed to be here because we were considered as a distraction, but that changes today.
With this purchase, the opportunities are endless. Not only does it feature over 16 acres of farmable land, but also enough fruit-bearing natural trees to inspire and create a farm-to-table menu, as well as be a part of a growers community that's committed to eliminating food deserts. Built in 1863, this property never housed a Black family. Join this epic movement and turn this plantation to a village. This land is our land.
Another sequel is on the way.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
powerful. That was
Thank
powerful.
you. Thank you.
Very, very much.
And he
That
was
told
cute.
such a
He
good
was cute.
story.
So cute. His voice is
Okay,
booming. Yes,
cute. Little
that was
outfit was cute. Yes.
that
Thank
was
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
It was a little short.
Uh, I
She
got
can't
some
And
help
I
that,
got some
sir.
I
She
mean,
did.
yeah,
What you
we
don't
dramatic vibes.
be. Don't
uh
be.
Thank you.
Yes,
we can't
yes.
help that.
Can't
No.
help that.
Thank you.
Gorgeous
Thank
sis.
you.
It was short.
Yes.
We got your back, Courtney. Don't worry about it.
Okay, gorgeous. Good guys. Ain't nothing we can do.
Yeah.
It was short.
Wow.
He
Wow.
means his wife his woman looked fine as wine in that
Thank
outfit.
Yeah,
you.
That's the
Thank you.
interpretation.
yeah.
He was getting after me because he said that he felt like the camera was doing too many angles of the, but I thought it was edited very well.
Yeah, the
It
camera
was
probably
so
couldn't help it. The cameraman probably just
They
couldn't help it. I mean,
couldn't help
what
itself.
you supposed to
Listen.
do?
I thought it was
But
edited
that was
very well.
beautiful. And more than anything, was powerful, and it
Was.
very clearly showed what you're doing, and the story. That's amazing,
Thank you.
Mhm.
amazing.
That
Yeah,
I would.
story of the man
we
that made
wanted
the
to,
railing, that's beautiful. That was
Oh
powerful
and
yeah.
this,
for me.
and this is what you know, I'm sure you both can understand and appreciate. This is what's being missed because they're not telling this at these properties. People are
No.
coming in, they are literally the person who because the new person is now a new team is overselling the property, different
Okay.
from the team that was there when I came in, when I first learned of it. And the person who was selling it now, they knew nothing of this history. I was
Wow.
like telling them that it was that when I first took him, and actually, like that was a little test, because I took him up to see, and I was just like, if he's not into this, we probably ain't gonna be able to do nothing because
Right.
He looking like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
This is new information.
this
This
is
was- that
no,
was a
it is
test?
not. Yeah, no, I was like,
I
felt
mean,
like
but
that.
you
No,
passed
I
with
felt
flying
like
colors,
that.
sir. So don't even
Yes.
worry about
I
it. Don't even
did.
worry about
Good.
it.
I said, I
You're
told him.
good.
So first of all, I told him that only one person that I had taken up there has been back multiple times, and that was my best friend. That's the person whose house we met at, and he's
Mhm.
the only person besides myself and my children that have been up there multiple times. I say usually people come up and it's overwhelming, for a number of reasons, and that's just it. Even people that have expressed interest in helping me to procure the property, they never come back. It's never a second
Wow.
visit. So now we've been back. It's twice. I think we're going.
Twice.
Yeah. But we'll be back for a third time.
Yeah, you
So
and Linda kind of dipped without me. That
you
was-
were up in New York, babe.
He said you
It
left
would have
me.
been 3. He was in New York
Yeah.
on the last trip.
They left me.
No, he was in New York, y'all.
Yeah.
But he was really taken back with the property, and I love that he was already getting his inspections on, and I was just like ready to be like, yeah, we'll take it.
He did add a nice dynamic to the video.
He did.
He
Absolutely.
really did.
Yeah. Yeah. So this episode is called "What's Love Got to Do with It?" And
It is.
what I'm saying, I like all the cutesy. I'm looking at babe and blah blah blah. But they're all about business too. They're about business too. So
Yes.
I like that. That's good. Toya.
I love that y'all are starting this union with, I mean, like full speed ahead, hitting the ground running. Y'all are doing business things. Y'all are growing together. I wish y'all the best with this love and business.
Thank
I
you.
really do. I love the video. We will definitely be putting the word out for you because we love us some Courtney.
Yes.
So
Yes.
anything you got going on, we are definitely a fan. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing it with us. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you all for sharing the platform.
For sure. We recently we produced a show with a wife coach. That was a
Oh
different
my
for me.
gosh.
Yeah, instead
A
of a life
wife
coach.
coach, not life, but wife
Yeah.
coach.
Right. And you know what? She didn't say this part, but I think that every couple they should have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I met my husband, right away we started doing going to different churches and helping, just doing ministry, helping kids get involved in church. It was so purposeful. It wasn't just about, oh, he cute, oh, she fine. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
true.
we had purpose together, and I think that is really, really helpful. What do you think, Courtney?
I think you really hit on something because you know me, Toya, for
Mhm.
years, and my first husband, I like powerful men. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
smart men. I like
Say
yeah.
powerful
that.
men. I don't like, just be like, whatever.
Right.
And I just always like appreciated the same, couples that were about something. That's what I
Yeah,
call it. So they're
yeah,
about something. And even friendships, as you
yeah.
know, with
Oh
us,
yeah, yeah.
and even I
Mm-hmm.
remember, because sometimes you would watch the children while I was at
We're not
work.
gonna talk about Elmo today, are we, Courtney? Just making sure
I
we.
ain't gonna tell that story. I'm always gonna tell that story because you can see, even though Keon was what 2, he had a purpose. He knew he wanted to be a daddy. Toya called me up at work. Toya said, "Courtney, I don't know how you feel about this, but I wanted to just tell you before I sent the pictures. Keon's pushing the stroller." I said, no. Keon thinks he's a dad. Don't trust me. It's okay. It's okay. He thinks he's somebody daddy. He thought he was somebody daddy at 2 years old. He grabbed that stroller. He
Pushing brother
just
Elmo.
always. So it just comes to show. And I was even telling the bond when we first started dating. I was like, to him, men, that's what they do. His dad, after we divorced, his dad got another wife. It's like that's what men do. So he doesn't know this whole we're together but we're not married type thing. So I gotta think my son applied a little pressure in that direction too. Like, what do you mean? When I would be like, well, he's my husband, and he'd be like, y'all not married. That is not your husband. That's
Wow.
not your
Okay.
husband.
True.
And so now that we are, though,
Snatch.
he counts the days. So we're 5-day,
Aw.
5-day husband now.
Hey, 5-day husband and counting. That is so
Congrats.
cool.
This
But that is a
beautiful.
part of it. Children won't let you. Children will make you out to be a liar. They will
Yeah.
make you out to be one, and that was a part. That's a part of it too. You can't say, "Hey, we're about this purpose, and this is what we do," and then we do something different.
Mm-hmm.
See, when we say planting trees for reparations, like everybody thinks it's about the land and it's about the house and this that. It's not. It's not the whole entirety. The whole entirety is reestablishing the family unit, the Black family unit.
Yes.
Like, if you look at media and what's going on right now, it's like the Black family unit is under attack,
Yes.
and we want to show that it doesn't have to be. It doesn't matter what the outside forces say. That Black family unit has to stay strong. The man protects the woman protects the child, and together we protect society. This is what we need to get across for the next generation.
Yeah.
So being married, having more kids, and showing that, look, there's strength in unity.
There's strength and unity.
There's no strength there. This is not strength. This
I
is
was
strength.
I was talking to a brother the other day. Amen. That's strength. And I'm so excited. Actually, Toya, when we did that wedding, right? And when it was a power couple, and I was just so excited. It's like, I love Black love. I was so excited telling this friend
Ain't
this,
nothing like it.
and he
Ain't
was
nothing
like,
like
"Well,
it.
there's nothing wrong. I mean, I didn't know love had a color. I didn't say love. No, you can love whoever you want to, but they say that we don't. They say that we don't get married. They say that we don't build together. So when I see that, I celebrate it.
That's
So I
right.
celebrate you guys. We do build together. We
Yes,
do
we
build
do.
together. So
We
Woo!
do. And
I
Black
love
love is Black power.
It
Black
is.
love is Black
Better
power.
say
It's very
that.
powerful. Absolutely,
that
absolutely.
is.
And that it really does go to show, because when I was in Miami, and from our background, Toy, like, I've always been like a go-getter type of person, but being here in Atlanta, my business is very well supported. I haven't had to have a 9-to-5 job since I moved here, and since I moved back.
Amen.
And that wouldn't be in Miami. You
Yeah.
got to have the side hustle, the day hustle, the night hustle, the street hustle, because we're not in the type of numbers, we're not in the position to support each other, even in these business endeavors, but here it has been phenomenal. Like, literally, when I moved back, my nephew was working he was an officer, he was a detective for the Atlanta PD. He got his officer buddies to buy my food.
Hey,
That's beautiful.
That's love. I love it. That's
Set
love.
up. It was already set up. And
Oh, that is
my
so
sister
cool.
just ran for state rep, and she wasn't successful in the runoff, but that was a campaign that I was able to just get a part and be on, And then with the food and the opportunities and the engagements, it's just been phenomenal, and it gives us an opportunity to actually be selective. You
Amen.
know, being selective and being exclusive, being intentional with
Intentional.
our energy.
With our
You know,
energy.
because a lot of times because we need the money,
Yeah.
you know, you wind up doing everything.
Right.
But when you have a great base that's supporting you and
Be
you have an
intentional.
excellent foundation, you know, and you know, it means a world of difference. And I just can't say enough about how it's really been beautiful, and to even now. I just love the fact that I moved back to Atlanta.
I'm
We
so
married.
grateful. I love what your
It's
husband
phenomenal.
said. Like
Hey,
what,
her
what your
what? Say it
her
again. Where
husband. Oh, look at
her
that.
husband? Where her husband said?
Her husband said what she said, foundation. The family, the black family is foundation, unification, and
Yeah.
then the plantation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Ooh,
all the
Yes.
that
things.
was Jesse Jackson ish
Yes.
right there. Y'all hold on,
Because that's what plantations are. They're multifamily properties. You know, they're multifamily properties. And we have been, and I'm not saying that, you know, I understand that the energy of it is very overwhelming, the background very overwhelming. But at the end of the day, if anybody should be profiting off of those properties, it absolutely should be us. It absolutely should be us. You know, when people say, "Oh, well, you know, you went and see Jewish people moving into Auschwitz and doing this at the chambers," and I say, "Yeah, but you don't see the chambers still making money off of
That's
the
right.
exploitation
Say
either."
that.
But if that's the case, when you're talking about there are 39 million empty properties, and you're talking about that's more empty properties than we're being told is of us, but we're the most likely to be evicted. We're the most likely to be homeless. Plantations are a simple fix. There should not be any place on this country's earth that black people, there's any place that black people should be able to go and live for free. It absolutely is plantations. It absolutely, because it's ours. We literally built it, we sustained it, we cultivated it, and then on top of everything else, we have to pay to live on them. No, we have to pay to live on property that ain't even property that we worked and built. You know, this just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I think it's an excellent solution to reparations. You know what I'm saying? Did you come up with this? Who came up with this?
You know, I always say I would love to take the credit, but I really believe my ancestors came up with it.
Hey,
You know, I got blessed with the vision, and I just, you know, I love a formula. You know, you tell me, because God knows I hate math, you know, but you tell me 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. That's what I'm sticking to every time. And my ancestors, they ain't led me wrong yet, you know. My mom, my nanny Nikki, definitely watching. My grandma Elma, my father's mother, you know, granddad Toby. These are, when we talk about ancestors, we for some reason we like to attach this to people that maybe we never met. But I said, you know, my mom I know is an ancestor.
That's right.
You know, for sure.
Okay.
My grandmother I know is an ancestor. So this vision literally came shortly before COVID started.
Wow.
And I was just getting, because I knew I was going to move back to Atlanta, and plantation properties kept kind of popping up, and I was talking to people about it, and you know, they were like, "Oh, I couldn't live on a plantation, da da da," and I was just like, to me, that just never bothered me. It really didn't.
And did they see the one that y'all they have? Did they see it?
Did they see it?
I
Is that beautiful?
I mean, I can smell Courtney's food in the kitchen right now. I would definitely stay. What you mean?
Okay.
What you mean?
You tell you.
I don't know if Kill has a smell like that. It does. Okay. But you know, about the plantations, like
How did you
plantations
feel when I first told you about
What?
it, though? Like the plantation living.
is the house to me.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready. But see, that's what I think that's the builder in him. He was like, yeah.
You know, I wanted to see it. Like, I wanted to see how much work I had to put in.
That's what he said. But I remember he said, "Is it already finished?" And I was like, yeah. No, it's beautiful. It's like, it's ready. Like, I think we can move in tomorrow.
I wanted to know if I was going to wear my hammer out. But
he had it ready.
Stop. Good.
Listen, guys, we have a few more minutes, so we definitely want you to share, and then when he's done, go ahead and give your last word as well before we get out.
Okay, look, plantations kind of touch a bad rap for obvious reasons, but these slaves, they built lives on these plantations. They got married. They had kids. They had like generations of kids.
Right.
And although they were slaves, they did find some things to smile about. They did find lives. They did make the best of probably the worst situation ever. And through that, you get us.
Yeah.
And to seize ownership of these properties is us giving back. It's us taking control of our narrative. It's us rewriting history.
Literally.
Saying like, listen, okay, yeah, y'all pretty much destroyed us on these, but you know what? Through all of that, we still survived. We're still here, and we're back full force. We're coming home.
Coming for everything. We're coming home. I love it. I love it.
Amazing. Amen. Courtney, your last word, sis?
I just want to, I can't say thank you enough, Toya. You have been a friend, and, I want to say this, and I'm going to say this for the record. But you were a friend to me as a wife when the residue of my, previous indiscretions as a wife were still fresh, and you were a friend to me. I'm telling you, I was the type of, when certain women would tell their husbands about my past, they'd be like, you can't hang with her. You don't need to be her friend. But you and Henry Glenn, y'all always have been, very loving. Y'all have been like a brother and sister to me. And I can't wait for us all to do some double dating and all that good stuff. But I want to thank you for your platform and sharing your friends, your sisters with me. Because I told you your birthday is the same day as one of my sisters, and I trade you any day. I trade you for that sister right now.
Courtney, they're both for hammer guys. They're both for construction people. The guys might like each other.
That's true. Oh, they'll definitely connect.
That's beautiful.
And those baby making genes will rub off on the
Ooh.
We'll be having all them babies in the house too.
Hey.
So I just want to I want to thank you for your friendship, as I always do, as I always will. I don't care what happens in our lives. Every time I'm here, I'm always going to thank you for your friendship, for your love, for your prayers, for your laughter, definitely for your encouragement. The one thing I want to leave is with this, you all, this is possible. This is possible. We have got to stop saying, we literally fund generations of people being able to send their children to private Ivy League institutions. And we do that just through purchasing of hair. So when people say that's a lot of money, $1 million, you expect for somebody to just give you, it really isn't. Because what we fund just with Black people alone spend $200 over what their daily budget is off of things that they didn't budget for. So we have got to stop putting, words are very powerful. And I know I've spoken on that in the past when I've been on the show, but they are very powerful. We've got to stop saying, well, this can't be done and that's just too much money, because it really isn't. We can do a lot, many hands make light work. And I just encourage everyone to visit the website, p4r.today. We are doing only gift contributions. We are not asking for people to invest, because we want people to understand that if you're looking for an ROI or return of investment, this is not the venture. We have other ventures we'll be coming up with, but this is not the one. This is purely to get us ownership of property so we can take this property and leverage it to buy other plantations, to do rent-free, debt-free, and tax-free housing, period. So we're not looking to make a quick buck. We're looking to get the land back, get this property back, and move our generations forward. So I thank you again. P4R.today is the best way to get in touch. I'm very accessible. Thanks to my husband, I've been able to take the chill. I've been able to have the soft life again, so I can respond to emails, and I can actually answer phone calls when I'm away from the house now. So I can actually live. I can actually live and can do so without having to bear the full weight of a family by myself primarily. So I can't say that enough. And at the end of the day, you all just trust the process. If love is what you're looking for, love is what you're seeking, keep going for that. because it's like the saying goes, you shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. I'm so glad I waited. I'm so glad I just didn't give up.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
All right.
Take us on out, sis.
Yes. As y'all can see, we love having Courtney on, and I just want to say thank you for coming. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, and meet us right back here. It's not every Tuesday, but we're doing every other Tuesday until further notice. So see you then. Bye.
Hi, and welcome to Soulful.